All right, rise and shine, everyone. It is 6 o'clock here on this Monday. Brand new week, brand new opportunities here. Jason and Alicia here with you. Hope you had a wonderful weekend out there.
It was a great weekend.
Yeah.
We had a fun time.
We did.
The whole Sunrise Crew guy. We had a barbecue.
Played some
grilled
games.
some pizza.
It was great.
Yeah.
Team bonding.
It was definitely a time to remember for sure. And I think we'll have an opportunity to get out this weekend as well and enjoy. We're not looking at any washout conditions, but the chance for showers pretty much remains almost each day this week. Now, right now, you got tips in the 70s, dew points up there in the mid 60s. So you can really feel the humidity on the skin this morning with a southeast breeze at 3 miles per hour. Here's our cold front. You can see from Bemidji over to north of Eau Claire, maybe stretching as far east as Wausau, Wisconsin. This is a part of a cold front that's going to push southwest. And we'll see the chance for showers and storms, especially by afternoon hours. For the morning time, we're not looking at any rain showers, at least to about 11 a.m. But look at the temperatures. They're just shooting up by 11. We're already over the 80-degree mark. That's over average for our afternoon high temperatures. So the heat continues, and I'll let you know more about those showers and storms this afternoon coming up.
Definitely need the rain. The yard's getting a little crunchy. All right, guys, thank you. Let's give you a look at the roads here on this Monday morning. Mostly green metro-wide. We've had a few early on issues, though, pop up. One near the airport, according to MnDOT, but I'm not finding it on any traffic cameras. Here's the closest cameras in that area. Looks like traffic is moving along pretty smoothly. Again, this is Highway 77 at Killebrew. We can show you 494 at 77 as well. Very quiet start to that Monday morning commute.
A heads up as you head out the door this morning, the Twin Cities and much of the state right now under an air quality alert.
Now you can see some of that smoke on those traffic cameras, but smoke from Canadian wildfires is making our air really hard to breathe and in some cases unhealthy. So take a look at this map on your screen. You can see the state is mostly yellow, which is moderate air quality. But as you get towards the Twin Cities metro, the air quality falls under the orange category, which means the air is unhealthy for sensitive groups. Cece's live in Minnetonka breaking down why this is happening. Hey, Cece.
Hey, good morning. Yep, as you mentioned there, wildfire smoke coming down from Canada. I'll have more on that in just a couple minutes here. But first, you should know that this alert is in effect until 9 a.m. today, and it could be extended. So that's something we're also keeping our eye on here this morning. But as you head out the door for work this morning, you may notice signs like the one here behind me. They're on most major highways, just saying that you should really try to limit your trips today if you can. Now, back to what's causing this. Officials say smoke from wildfires in Quebec is moving over our area right now. And if you take a look at this video, it was taken from the International Space Station. You can really just see the massive amounts of smoke from those fires impacting us. And as Jason and Alicia mentioned, the Twin Cities metro area is in the orange category right now, or unhealthy for sensitive groups. So that means the sky may look a little hazy to you. You may even smell some smoke, even though that smoke is coming all the way from Canada. But that smoke can irritate your eyes, nose, throat, and then cause coughing, chest tightness, dizziness, or fatigue. Now, officials say thankfully the air quality should improve this morning, but if you are in those sensitive groups, there are ways to get through the rest of the morning, get through today with all of this bad air quality. So I'll have some tips for you coming up in about 30 minutes. Back over to you.
All right, Cece, you can definitely see the haze behind her for sure this morning. Thanks for that update.
Well, two Western Wisconsin police officers are on administrative leave this morning after shooting and killing a man over the weekend.
It happened in St. Croix County when authorities say he threatened his family and police with a gun. Eva Anderson is live in Hudson, Wisconsin with the details. Hey, Eva.
Hi, Alicia. Officers say they were called to a home in Star Prairie Township Saturday evening to a call of domestic disturbance. Now, when they arrived, they say they found the woman who called outside the home, and they say a man was inside armed with a hunting rifle and making threats. They say they were told 2 juveniles were still inside. Police say the man then came out and confronted them with a long gun, and that's when a St. Croix County deputy and a New Richmond officer both fired their guns, and the man, who was 42, died there. This has been an especially difficult past few months for the St. Croix County Sheriff's Department. St. Croix County Deputy Katie Lysing was killed while on duty just last month. So again, a very challenging time for them, guys.
All right, Eva reporting live in Hudson for us. Thank you.
Well, this morning, a 10-year-old girl is in serious condition after she was hit by a car while biking in Coon Rapids. The Anoka County Sheriff's Office says the girl was biking alone on Foley Boulevard when it happened yesterday afternoon. She was taken to a nearby hospital. It took police nearly 8 hours to identify her.
Anything involving a child is going to be very difficult, for our first responders to deal with. A lot of them are parents themselves or have little ones they love and care about. And so this definitely, this hits to the heart for everyone.
Now, she says they're still putting together what exactly happened out there, but the driver is cooperating with authorities. Anoka County Sheriff's Office leading the investigation with help from the Coon Rapids Police Department and State Patrol. Woodbury police say a 12-year-old girl is in critical condition after nearly drowning on Carver Lake. This happened just before 7 last night. Woodbury police tells us bystanders pulled the girl out of the water and performed CPR. They say she was breathing by the time an ambulance got to her and she was taken to a local hospital.
This morning, we're learning the Eden Prairie Fire Department is investigating explosions connected to a fire that destroyed 2 homes last week. It happened early Friday morning. Investigators say a series of explosions woke up neighbors on Lee Drive. 4 people were treated for injuries as well as a firefighter. Right now, 3 pets are still unaccounted for.
An update this morning for the nearly 200 people evacuated from a Rochester condo building. Rochester Tower Condominium's property management says most people will be able to go back home as soon as tomorrow. However, people in 16 units will still have to stay out of their homes for at least another week. Residents had to leave Friday after officials say columns inside the building weren't structurally sound.
Attorney General Keith Ellison says he's reviewing a New York Times investigation that put Allina Health's billing practices under the microscope. The Times reports that Allina has an explicit policy preventing patients from getting some treatment at clinics once they reach $4,500 in unpaid medical debt. Health systems can't legally deny emergency care, but the Times found that some patients with chronic illnesses could not make clinic appointments until they paid off their debt.
It's a terrible experience, and we shouldn't put people through it for spending money to treat their health, not for something they would ever have sought.
Allina says it's very rare for patients with debt to lose access to clinic treatment. They told us that by the time someone reaches the $4,500 threshold, they would have received many phone calls and letters, including information about how to apply for assistance. Allina says it would take months for someone to finally lose access.
6:08 on the clock. It is clear right now as the sun comes up, about 73 degrees outside, so already kind of toasty. Later this afternoon, it's going to get a little bit rainy out there. Guy, it's probably a good week to have that umbrella around you for the most part here.
Absolutely. Yeah, keep it close. You may not have to open it at all, but the fact that you have it, you may find yourself opening it. Really depends on the time of day that you're heading out. So in a pattern like this, very unsettled, where these showers and storms will be intermittent and scattered throughout a pretty big area here throughout the entire state of Minnesota. You'll see those storms just very scattered. So first, let's get into this air quality alert. This will expire at 9 a.m. So this is priority. So heads up. Try to limit your time outdoors this morning. Maybe if you usually go on a morning jog, if you can, that is. I mean, you have a treadmill, you have access to that. I would go for it. Unhealthy for some, and then unhealthy in southeastern Minnesota. Unhealthy for everybody to be outside. Take a look at your radar. You got some spotty isolated showers here, mainly over Wisconsin, also over Bemidji, finding some isolated pockets of some showers. These are just general showers. We're not looking at any thunder right now. This will move off to the south and west and kind of break apart as it does so. We'll have a better shot at finding some showers and storms a little bit later this afternoon. Temperatures are in the 70s, dew points in the mid 60s, and you'll see winds out of the southeast at just 3 miles per hour. Your 7-day forecast after PM storm chances today will keep the same chance for tomorrow afternoon, and then again for Wednesday afternoon, Thursday. In fact, we'll say Wednesday late day towards evening hours into Thursday. We're drying out. Friday, storm chances are back, and then again Saturday. Looks like most of the day Friday dry until about Friday night when those shower chances increase. And then getting into Saturday, again, we'll find some showers and thunderstorms possible, especially in southern Minnesota. So we're actually tracking that all weekend. We're looking at some models just due to the chance of those storms. Some of those storms right now could be strong after a cold front pushes through. Look at Sunday, refreshing. We're not looking at any shower or storm chances, and also we're looking at comfortable air finally moving in on Sunday. So we'll mark that down, and we'll also look forward to early next week as things look to be pretty comfortable. So good stuff.
Looking forward to that. Guy, thank you. Let's give you a look at the map. I found that crash not far from MSP Airport, as you can see on the map there. And here it is. The car went way into the ditch. Highway 77 at the Minnesota River. 2 troopers just got to the scene blocking that right shoulder. So just a heads up, it's not causing too big of a slowdown just yet, but it is something I am monitoring this morning.